What makes a bad album bad? For everyday artists, it's usually simple. A bad album is just lacking in quality. Sometimes the instrumentals are solid, but the lyrics are ass. Sometimes the lyrics are fine, but the mixing is awful. Sometimes all of those things are bad at once. But for a known artist, a bad album is less about quality and more about trust. The moment they break their reliability, critics and communities are quick to punish them for experimenting or trying to expand their sound. So today I want to look at a short list I put together of 5 albums that are widely considered flaws, but that I personally enjoy. Starting with... Okay, this first one isn't technically a flop, but you'll see what I mean. Now, if you don't know the works of Bull of Evans, Clayton Counts, you probably think I've just made that album up. But no, it's real. It's very real. It's even got its own Wikipedia page, which says it's a mashup album created by Counts in honor of the 40th anniversary of Pet Sounds, right? You can guess what other album was used in the mix. I like this project a lot because it doesn't hold back from experimenting with its sound. In this case, it really likes to troll you. For instance, this one time in the 5th track, it plays the Super Mario Brothers theme. There's a part that goes like this. I know so many people who think they can do it alone. There are some moments where its sound really detaches itself from the source material and tries to find its own footing. Like this is nice, right? It's pleasing. It's still on every major music rating site. It keeps getting abysmal scores, and I really don't understand why. I mean, yeah, it's bad, but it's not that bad. Sure, some parts feel grating to the ears, but that almost adds to the artistic value in a way. It feels adjacent to danger music. It's unique, it's original. Yeah, it's got great background lore. It's got good tunes. I give it 2 thumbs up, Ohms. I remember watching this old Needle Drop video back when I was knee deep in my Radiant fixation, right? Because I used to like them a lot. It was a worst to best ranking of their albums, and I remember Anthony putting this one dead last. Not Pablani, which in my opinion is just awful, but The King of Limbs, and that opinion seems to be shared by a lot of people. To give a little background to this album, Thom Yorke wanted to move away from traditional rock structures for his new album, so he decided instead to mix and mash their new and old unused material together. The end result is this really dynamic project, where most Radiohead albums are moody, slow, and introspective. You know, this one is energetic, upbeat, and almost grandiose in a way. A lot of that comes from the syncopated offbeat drum patterns, which hit even harder live since they're played by 2 musicians at once. This one is also their shortest album to date, which could feed into its distaste. This was the project immediately after In Rainbows, and it had some huge shoes to fill. I still think this is a gem, and it's live from the basement version is just phenomenal. Remember when Whole Lotta Red dropped and everyone was clowning on Cardi constantly on everywhere? The main takeaway is fans have been waiting 2 years for this album, and it didn't manage to live up to its expectations. On top of that, for whatever reason, he decided to release it on Christmas Day 2020 as a surprise. Remember that? I personally didn't listen to it until like a month ago, and having no outside input whatsoever, because you released it almost 6 years ago. Fuck, I'm old. What I'm trying to say is I didn't hate it at all. It's no Dilate, mind you, but it's fun. The production may be a little catch as catch can sometimes. Drums come from being weak and very far in the background to drowning out the vocals in some tracks. In this album, Cardi also explores his thoughts on death and sexuality. I like this album. It's fun. I think it's overrated. Tell me what you think in the comments and subscribe. Next album. This is often grouped in with those other famous failed experiments, like Lou Reed's Metal Machine Music or Bob Dylan's Self-Portrait. That's straight from the Pitchfork review. Neil Young, instead of going electric like Dylan, he went super electric. And he started implementing like vocoder samplers and most surprisingly synthesizers. The inspiration came from his son's use of a communication device, which allowed him to communicate despite living with cerebral palsy. Young also cited Kraftwerk as an influence. They had released Trans-Europe Express 5 years earlier, and the inspiration feels unmistakable, down to the album's name, of course, and even its track lengths, with all of these elements coming together in a way that almost reads as a tribute. And while the synths alone were enough to completely alienate a lot of listeners at the time, I think that's exactly where trance works. It's kind of awkward, it's kind of stiff, and it's clearly out of step with what people expected from Neil Young. But it's also very warm and endearing, and it makes up a surprisingly smooth listen. It ends up being a lot more compelling than its reputation suggests. On online spaces, this is considered to be Swan's Pablo Honey. It's their lowest rated album on RYM. It's really not that bad.
One for the money, two for the show. Clap your hands if you got a bankroll. I'm a